Hello YouTube, my name is Nero, and today we have some Call of Duty Ghosts and another episode of KEM Strike Saturday, which of course is the weekly series here on my channel where subscribers send me in KEM Strikes. This one was sent in by a guy named Carbon, and you guys can find his YouTube channel at youtube.com/ANXlightning, and this is a pretty nice KEM Strike, just because it's with the Vector. Now, there are 76 episodes, 77 if you count this particular KEM Strike, of KEM Strike Saturday, and before this one, there was never a KEM Strike posted to this series using the Vector, so that's definitely a first. I also think this is the first time we've ever had an Ignition KEM Strike posted to KEM Strike Saturday as well, so we got a couple firsts right here. And there's been so many different KEM Strikes that have been sent in, and none of them were actually with the Vector, which in my opinion is one of the better SMGs in the game. It might be the best SMG. Then again, it's really what you want. You know, if you want a pure submachine gun, I would say the Vector is probably the best one. But if you want like the best weapon in the SMG category, it's probably the MTAR X. Of course, everyone loves the MTAR X. Definitely one of the most overused guns in the game would be the MTAR because it's so good. It's basically, you know, your hybrid submachine gun / assault rifle. But it's not very good close range as compared to the Vector, which of course is very good at close range. So it kind of take what you want. Do you want the best SMG or you want the best weapon in the SMG class? Because I think some people could argue that the MTAR itself is not exactly a submachine gun. But yeah, Vector, very good gun, running around here on the map Ignition, of course, the remake of the Modern Warfare 2 Scrapyard. And we just ran underground. You guys notice that? Why is it that when Infinity Ward likes to rehash these maps into Call of Duty Ghosts, they always seem to change a few things about it? Whether it's for the better or for worse, they seem to change a few things, but for me personally, I don't really mind it that much here on the map Ignition, just because, you know, the underground section that they added, it doesn't add to the map. It doesn't take away from the map. It's just really an area where no one really seems to go, but our guy Carbon here does actually go down there more than once throughout this video, so I don't know, maybe some people can make some good use out of it, but for the most part of this KEM Strike, the enemy team is trapped at the C flag, which is definitely the better place to have the enemy team, is actually towards the C flag on this map. This, once again, this is taking me back to all the nostalgia of playing Modern Warfare 2. I mean, right here, he's about to run into the B flag. He could go through the door, but people are probably going to wait for him at the door, so he's going to do the smart thing, go to the left, and come in here and use this head poke, which was just a classic move back in Modern Warfare 2 playing on Scrapyard, and it still reigns true here with Ignition, so that's definitely great. But this map does bring back all the nostalgia for me, because I can remember, like, throughout the most of this KEM Strike, the enemy team was trapped at the C flag, and I'm sitting here thinking to myself, man, when they're at the C flag, they all spawn in that big building right there. You can just kind of shoot fish in a barrel, especially if you go over towards the B flag and use the wall as a head poke. Like, I can remember, like, every spawn point on this map. I can remember, like, every single area, which is a good spot to go to. It just works out rather well. But here we are, once again, back underground. Once again, just using things that were different. When I first read about this KEM Strike, of course, he sends me a personal message like everybody does when they submit their video to KEM Strike Saturday, and I read that it was on Ignition, and I was like, oh boy, I'm going to be able to break this thing down like crazy. I'm going to know where all the things are at and what he's doing and where he's going, because I've played Scrapyard so much. But a lot of this KEM Strike, he's going underground, and it's like, well, that part wasn't in Modern Warfare 2. How do I discuss that? But right here, we're back here. This is the building I'm talking about. When they're spawning at C flag, they spawn in that building like crazy. But they also have the A flag, and with this entire team kind of pushing towards the C flag, that means the enemy team is going to go towards the A flag. One of the most tried and true strategies I can teach you guys, and I've mentioned it many times, but some of you guys may not have ever heard it before. Use your mini-map as radar. Use your teammates as radar. Where your teammates are is where the enemy team isn't. It's actually better. You know, in some games, it's definitely beneficial to run in a group. I'm playing a lot of Elder Scrolls Online, which is like my first real experience in MMO, and I really love that game. But when you're doing PvP in Elder Scrolls Online, you want to be with as many people as possible, because if you get, you know, 2 people on you at once, good luck trying to kill those guys, right? But in Call of Duty, you can take on multiple people at once. That's definitely a thing that can happen. So you want to be out on your own when you're playing Call of Duty, especially like Domination, or if you're on a good kill streak, you're looking to get a bunch of kills. Don't just stick around where your teammates are at. Move off on your own, because where your teammates are at is generally where the enemy team isn't. You want to make your way into the enemy spawn. You want to make it towards where the enemy is at, and leave your teammates to just walk around looking at the sky and, you know, looking at the ground and stuff. Whatever it is their teammates were doing. I've always often wondered what my teammates were doing while I'm sitting there getting all the kills. But right there, we actually pick up the KEM Strike, and I thought it was a pretty nice one. It's a rather fast one. It is the first Vector one here on KEM Strike Saturday, the first Ignition one here on KEM Strike Saturday. So I definitely thought that was an awesome KEM Strike. The only downside to it, I would say, is the video cut off right here. And a couple things. A lot of people have actually been asking, that in these KEM Strike Saturday videos, I try to share with you guys what the perks and what the attachments on the gun was. Well, this particular video, there was no point in the video where it showed his perks or really his attachments. All we can really take away from this is he was running a silent Vector. And the perks, I can say this though, because I usually have the game volume rather low in these videos, I can say he's also wearing Dead Silence and Amplify. You can hear people like crazy in this gameplay, so he's using Dead Silence, he's using Amplify, he's using a silenced Vector. He's running around with that, but a final score of 31-1 that we know of, because that's where the video cut off. He didn't show the entirety of the gameplay. But still, I thought it was a nice KEM Strike, and I hope you guys all enjoyed this gameplay. And if you did, please be sure to leave a rating. If you guys like to send in your guys' KEM Strikes for next week's episode of KEM Strike Saturday, everything you guys need to see is on your screen right now. No commentary, no color correction, disable resample. Just try to upload the video at a good quality. You render it out at a very nice quality, upload it to YouTube as unlisted, link me via personal message here on YouTube, and then congratulations, you have submitted your video for next week's episode of KEM Strike Saturday. If you guys like to go ahead and check out Carbon, he is a first-time guest, I believe, here on KEM Strike Saturday. Once again, we've done 76 videos. It's really starting to get hard to remember names, especially since a lot of names seem to really overlap. But I believe he's a first-time guest here on KEM Strike Saturday. If you head on over to his channel at youtube.com/ANXLightning, you're going to find a bunch of Call of Duty Ghosts videos. He's been making videos for just about 4 months. He's got 27 videos up over the course of those 4 months, and most of them are either KEM Strikes or high-scoring gameplays or just, high caliber stuff of that nature. So if that's kind of your thing, go give his channel a look. I hope you guys all enjoyed this week's episode of KEM Strike Saturday, and if you did, please be sure to leave a rating. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.